So this is a short semi tutorial on digitising and how to digitize 2D video. So to begin this, you should have already loaded a camera, calibrated that camera, and loaded your movement video. And if you haven't done that, then there is a previous tutorial to this which talks you through that process. So how do we go about digitizing 2D video? Well, let's get our camera back up, and if we're at the main menu, if we right click on our camera that we've already calibrated and then go to 2D tracking, then we get back to this page. And what you should have on the right here are a series of points which make reference to joint markers on your body. And you can move the video at the top here along like so. So the purpose of digitizing, remember, is to locate as accurately as possible the joint centers at different points throughout the video. So the first decision that you need to make is where you're going to start digitizing. Now normally you would start digitizing at a key event, so that might be foot strike or it might be toe off. So for example, if I determine that this frame here is foot strike, now within the digitizing process it's always a good idea to digitize some extra frames at the start and some extra frames at the end of what you're actually interested in, and that's due to any filtering and the effects that might have on the endpoints of the data. So if I determine that this frame of video is actually my start point, what I'm interested in, what I'm going to do is go back 3 frames. So 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be my start point for digitizing. So digitizing using the mouse, essentially what you're looking to do is to as accurately as possible identify the point. So mark on the left shoulder, and you can see this individual's got more markers on, so it's a more complex marker set than my points, but that doesn't matter for the purposes of today. My left hip, and you can see bottom right there is a zoom function which allows you to see in a bit more detail my knee, left knee, my left ankle, my left heel, so you have a marker around about here, and then my left toe. And you'll notice as soon as you click that last point, the video moves on to the next frame. So when you're doing this digitizing, it is important to try and be as accurate as possible. If you're very haphazard with the digitizing, then that's going to introduce noise and error into your data, and when you come to calculate things like angles and velocities, that noise will be evident in kind of your dependent variables. So when we get onto the next frame, we're essentially looking to repeat the process, and you'll notice that the software actually identifies automatically where the last click was from the last frame, so it does help you out slightly. And you can see as well that the model is being built in terms of the connections as I go through. Now if for whatever reason you make a mistake, so if I go hip, if I go shoulder, miss out the hip by accident and carry on and forget, then you can see my model doesn't look right, and my stick man is all over the place. So the simple way to fix that is to click back on the right here to the point which you went wrong, which for me was the left hip, and then just re-identify that point, and subsequently I can re-identify the knee and the ankle, and you can see as I do this it's rectifying the problems. So you need to carry on doing that process until your end point, and once you've got to the last point you're interested in, remember to again go beyond that by at least 3 frames. So you've got some extra digitized frames at the very start and some extra digitized frames at the very end. Equally important to stress that make sure you're saving this, so going to File, Save As throughout this process to make sure that you don't lose any of your digitized work if for whatever reason the program or the computer crashes. So that completes the tutorial on digitising.